Let's go!
Oh.
Oh yeah, Mario time! Ha! Let's go! Oh yeah, Mario time. Huh. Let's go. Pizzago! Yeah! 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 Oh yeah! Mario time! Yeah! Pizzago!